Yeah, thanks, Gene. It was a good result last time out, wasn't it? Yeah, no, Kev did well. Yeah. Oh, factory's good, mate. Lot going on, a lot of improvements being made, upgrades, which is good. Look, I've asked Kevin about becoming American, but no, some rubbish about being a proud Dane. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Kicking Haas. We are getting ready for the San Marino Grand Prix today, and well, I'm looking forward to that because we had a very good result in Australia last time out. Now, we do have a regulation change to vote on. Now, it's between low or high speed downforce. Now, we are good in low speed corners. We are not so good in high speed corners. So my theory here is that I'd rather lose 30% of something that is crap than 30% of something that is good. So I think we're going to vote for the change to the high speed downforce, and yeah, just hope that that does kind of favor us. I don't really understand what it does. But yeah, like I say, my logic is I'd rather lose 30% of something crap than 30% of something good. So the post-race review of Australia, it was very good, wasn't it? It was P7 in the end for K-Mag, which is better than I think we could have hoped for. And you can see there we are now sixth in the constructors with 7 points. K-Mag ninth in the drivers with all 7 of those points. Now, speaking of the drivers, let's go and see if we have any improvements to be made. No development points for Mick, which is a bit of a shame, but not surprising. K-Mag, no development points. Now, did Logan Sargent get himself a development point? He did. Now, his weakest point right now is adaptability. I actually think maybe smoothness is more important. So, no, we want to have... I don't think we want anything below 60 if you're going to be in Formula 1. So we'll build up both of these two, set the same point, and then we'll kind of go from there, I think. But anyway, so that's Logan Sargent done. Now, there's a lot coming in the next few days here. You can see from the factory. So we will continue ahead here. So construction complete in the Team Hub. So we'll go and have a quick look at what that does for us. We will see that we have 20% weekly experience. This is for team members. Morale and team attractiveness is all improved. And we've got a little bit of an upgrade to the cost as well, obviously. We'll go ahead again here. We've now got a race simulator upgrade complete. Now, do we already have a race simulator, or is that a brand new one? No, so we have just improved it. Now, I think a race simulator, given that it's going to improve drivers, and given that we are going to be trying to develop young American drivers, I think we need to just keep spending money on this as much as we have, because I think that is going to be very important moving forward. So we'll upgrade that again, and we can skip ahead. We have now got a design. Our front wing design is complete. Let's go and have a look at this. This might be exciting for us. Go here. So we can see that. What does it tell us? It doesn't tell us that much, actually, does it? So let's go and manufacture it. We want wings. We probably want 5 front wings, don't we? 2 for each car, and then a spare one. And now I have noticed here that if you rush things, you don't get as much expertise. So I'm thinking what we will do is we'll just do it sort of normal, so that the staff is improving as they go. Car performance. It is going to improve the car performance. Is it going to improve it a little bit forward? Yeah, it is. So it's gonna move us forward, this wing. So that's good, obviously. So 500,000, that'll be ready for us in a little bit of time, which means we are able to go and develop something else now as well. Now, what do we have currently going? So we have the underfloor that is going to be with us soon for manufacture. So we'll go and we can design. What do we want to design here? A new project. Let's have a look at where we rank. So we still struggle in high speed, don't we? That is still a bit of a weakness. Is there anything else that can improve the high speed? Front wing we're doing, and underfloor we're doing, isn't it? That's the main two. So top speed, I think, is something we struggle with. So suspension, it says, is going to help with that. So let's maybe look at designing a new suspension piece. We've got 16 days until everything is redone here. So this will actually help with dirty air corner, high-speed cornering as well. I think it's worth waiting the 16 days, isn't it, and actually doing it properly instead of half-assing something. So we might do that. I think. Yeah, I think I prefer the thought of doing that than let's just, there we go. So we have something else now. The underfloor design is complete. So that is excellent. We can now go back to manufacture. New project, manufacture, underfloor. And we want probably 5 again, wouldn't we? 2 for each car. And that is going to be with us. We'll have 1 for each car in 2 weeks' time. Now, that's not going to quite make it for the next Grand Prix, is it? Because the next Grand Prix is currently 4 days away. So no, we're not going to get them for that. We have got some car part research unlocked. So we should do that as soon as possible. That's to do with the new rules. So there is quite a bit that we can do here for this. Yeah, I don't fully understand what we're doing here, but we have the time, so we might as well just do it. We'll go with balanced. We'll put all the engineers we have available onto it. 34 days. Oh, let's not maybe do that many then. Let's do 4, then we can have 6 to actually work on something for this year in 16 days' time. Underfloor design complete, so we've done that. That's being manufactured now, and it is, so it's low speed downforce changes. So it was 50-50 and the tiebreaker voted for, which is probably Red Bull, isn't it? So that actually hurts us a little bit. That's annoying because that was us. That was the stronger point of our car. We're good at going slow, basically. So there we go. This brings us to the San Marino Grand Prix. Now let's just go and check the cars are maxed to what we have. So we do have one of the new front wings. So I think we install that on K-Mag's car, don't we? So that should give him a little bit of a boost. So that's exciting. Hopefully he doesn't crash because we only have one. And yeah, it won't be any good to anybody if he sticks it in the wall in free practice. But hopefully we can trust K-Mag not to do that. We don't have any of the new underfloor yet and suspension parts. We don't have any difference there, do we? No, that's the new one that's already on there. So the cars are up to date. Let's have a look at the track information. We can see the circuit there, sectors 1, 2, and 3. So for qualifying, we know what we're looking for. There's only really the 2 slow speed, what you would call maybe traction zones. So traction isn't going to be super important here, although the yellow is probably needs a bit of traction as well. And we can see here recommended for the circuit low and medium speed and height. So you basically you want to be good at corners. Time considerations we can see there, and the expected strategy is a one-stop medium to hard, really, isn't it? That'll be what we're hoping for, what most teams are hoping to do. Performance targets reach Q3. We should be able to do that, shouldn't we? Qualifying position in the top 12. I mean, we didn't get there with K-Mag, did we? We should be able to reach Q2, so let's give that as a guarantee. And that's only one car, 100% we'll do that. Qualifying position. Let's speculate to accumulate. Finishing position of 12th. Fastest lap is asking a little bit of us. And qualifying hot streaks and finishing hot streaks. We need to qualify 14th. We need to finish 14th, and we should be getting a little bit of cash from that as well. So that's all very, very exciting. Let's head off to the weekend, shall we? So a lot of exciting stuff happening at the factory. Let's hope we can get some exciting stuff on the track now. Now, of course, FP1 means Logan Sargent comes in for Mick Schumacher, so he'll be doing that. Let's have a look at what sort of setup we're looking at here. So straights. That's not straights. Straights. We want to go that way. Cornering. Probably that. Traction is a little bit problematic just now. So we'll have a bit of a play around with this and see what we get to. I'll see you out on track. Alright, so here come the Haasers out 1-2, very nicely done. If you didn't catch the weather forecast, we're not expecting any rain, so that's all very exciting as well. And yeah, let's see if we can get these setups going. Alright, so K-Mag with his new front wing. I'd really rather, mate, you didn't do that, if I'm honest. That is a heart-in-mouth moment. Okay, so the cars are still running around, 20 minutes to go. We haven't really got a setup feedback yet. The reason for that is because when they came in to refuel after 15 laps, they both were 4 out of 5 on terms of feedback. And the setup was rubbish, basically. It was mostly bad, so instead of just sending them back out to be told it's bad and get a percentage as to exactly how bad, I just tweaked it. So hopefully we'll get some feedback before the end of the session. Okay, so K-Mag has come back in, and 60% the traction is the bad part. Now, what we don't know if it's bad, which way it's bad. I wonder if we do that and see where that leaves us. We'll just send him back out. Waiting for Logan Sargent to come in. He's down there in 15th. He's not too bad. K-Mag's in the top 10. So, I'll reconfigure. What have we got here? 60. So, again, we've not done too badly. If we combine the two, actually, we might start to find ourselves with something approaching a decent setup here. Okay, so FP1 is completed. K-Mag finishes 13th in the end. Logan Sargent 16th. Sargent about 3.5 tenths off of Magnussen. Now, given Magnussen has what should be a better front wing, I don't think that's too bad, actually. And setup confidence, we're not quite there yet. They're both about 60%. So we'll get to FP2. We'll get Mick Schumacher in the car, and we'll see how we go from there. But well done, Logan Sargent. Alright, so K-Mag out it again with his lockups and the new front wing. K-Mag, please, look after it, mate. You're killing me here. Absolutely killing me. Okay, so Mick has come back in, and we've got it up to 75% now. So we've got a little bit here still to work on. We probably want to try and get... what do we need to do here? Let me think. Alright, and K-Mag is also back in. He is a little bit less happy with his setup, but still... Yeah, we've still got work to do here, don't we? Alright, so Magnussen has just reported in damage to the underfloor. Not the front wing, but to the underfloor. So, I mean, he's... You're testing yourself here, Magnussen. Come on, mate. Okay, so Mick is back in, and we are closing in on a setup for him, which is good. Brake stability. Alright, let's just tweak this a little bit, maybe. Okay, so FP2 has finished. K-Mag was down there in 13th, though he did lose a lot of time. He had to fix up his underfloor. And Mick was it. K-Mag in 13th, Mick in 16th. There's about half a second between them, though, which is a lot. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe the wing, maybe that's what it's worth, which would be nice if it's true. Alright, let's go and do FP3. We've really got to start and nail down this setup now, don't we? We're getting there with Mick. We might need to just copy it over on the K-Mag. Okay, so Mick has just had a bit of a crash and lost his front wing. I've just noticed, though, that we have the second of the front wings for the new ones that's ready. And we have another one in the warehouse as well. That can't be right, can it? No, that must... So I'm putting the one from the warehouse onto Mick's car. So we'll do that. I mean, it's supposed to be a better part. And hopefully he looks after it for us. Alright, so the K-Mag setup, it is getting there. Brake stability, though. We're having that issue on both cars, aren't we? What can we do? What can we do? Okay, and the final practice session has finished. K-Mag in 10th, almost inside a second to the fastest time, and Mick Schumacher in the Mick zone with a Mick place of 16th on the grid, which is just where he fits in, isn't it? That doesn't seem to matter what we do. Now, we were not quite able to nail a setup, which doesn't give him a good performance bonus either, so that's maybe a little bit my fault, but I blame him. And 92% setup confidence we ended up with K-Mag, so that's not too bad at all heading into qualifying. Okay, so we're just getting ready to go out for our final run. Magnussen is about 2 tenths ahead of Mick Schumacher, and they're both currently inside the top few. So could we... Let's go and join Mick on board. And could we maybe be seeing Mick get himself into Q2 for the first time? If we're looking at drivers behind, there's no one necessarily massively out of position. He's got 2 AlphaTauris, 2 Williams, and 2 Aston Martins. So if he can improve at all, then surely he will be going through, which would be really good to get 2 cars into Q3, of course. K-Mag himself does need to go a little bit quicker here. He's got, what, about 3 tenths safe right now, but you wonder if Yuki's got that up his sleeve. Mick has done a green first sector. Excellent. There's a little bit of traffic coming up here. Hopefully that's not going to get in his way. They shouldn't do, because they're going to be on their outlap. It's not a good place to catch them, though. It's not a good place to catch them. Out of the way. Blue flags. Blue flags. Oh, it's a terrible place for Mick to catch them. Oh, and it's stuffed his lap. We just didn't send him out at the right time, did we? I've sent them out a little bit too early there. Now, is that going to ruin K-Mag's lap as well? Is the question. No, is that a little bit further back? And you just can't see Mick's lap recovering from that. There we go. That's an Aston Martin getting out of the way properly. That's how you do it. Has he lost too much time? Although they are racing him. That's just screwing you both up, whoever that is. Has he done green? No, he hasn't. And, well, it's not too much he could have done, really. Other than, you know, that's probably my fault for sending him out when I did. K-Mag is quicker. He goes P10, so that's comfortable. But is Mick done enough now? That is going to be the big question here.
Okay, you're coming back to us now, Mick.
Who is... He's on the bubble. Tsunoda's the one. Can we see what sort of sector times Tsunoda is doing? He's going faster. Stroll behind is going faster as well. Gasly has put himself up into 10th. I have a horrible feeling for Mick here. He may have been screwed over. He has. He's out again. That is... Well, that's disappointing. So there it is. Mick Schumacher in the Schumacher position of 16th. I sent him out too early in hindsight. That's what happened there, and he just caught the back of him, didn't he? Not much we can do about it now, though. Alright, so K-Mag, a minute to go in Q2. On a used set, he is inside the top 10. So we've got a brand new set of tyres on now. That Sun is in a very awkward position, isn't it? So let's see if he can go a little bit faster. Guan Yu Zhou behind us is maybe the concern, and the McLarens. Alonso as well has a teammate inside the top 10, so he's going to need to go faster, and he's probably going to need to get ahead of Gasly if this is going to happen. That didn't look too good through there, did it? He has gone green in the first sector though, and he should. I mean, he has new tyres. The new tyres just alone should give him at least a couple of tenths, shouldn't they? Let's see what he can do in the second sector. A little bit to go yet. This is, of course, where Mick Schumacher's lap was so brutally halted. And I think the second sector is just here somewhere, the second sector time. Or is it after the chicane here, maybe? No, there it is there. He's not faster. Now, can he finish the lap strong? What is everybody else doing behind? There's green from Zhou, from Norris, and Alonso. Come on, K-Mag. Checkered flag is out. Has he gone faster? K-Mag has not. He has, but he hasn't gone anywhere. He's still where he was. What do we want? That one. So we're just outside the second. Does Ricardo, or does any... Who's looking threatening back there? Where's the sectors? Ricardo is on a good one. Guan Yu Zhou has not got him, so he's ahead of Guan Yu Zhou. We've got Ricardo. Tsunoda. Norris has beaten him. So it's looking 12th. Is Ricardo going to go ahead of him as well? No, Ricardo's not gone faster. What's Yuki doing? He's coming up. We haven't got a second sector time for him, but Tsunoda has not gone faster either. So it's going to be P12 for Magnussen to start the San Marino Grand Prix. So there we go, eliminated in Q2. It's not the end of the world. We can race from there, can't we, as they say. But there we go. That will do it for this episode. We will, of course, be racing very, very soon. There'll be a link up somewhere there for you to click on to go to that. But if you've enjoyed qualifying and the lead up to the race, make sure you hit subscribe and subscribe if you're new, like if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you very shortly, hopefully, for the race. K-Mag from P12, Schumacher from P16. Let's see what we can do.